is a monster kid?
What is a monster kid? That's a good thing. I think I'm a monster kid. I'm still a monster kid. I think it's a kid that grew up loving monsters, infatuated with monsters.
Monster kid is a state of mind. You can be young, you can be old. It's a shared environment of being captivated by the early classic horror films.
I think a monster kid is a kid, when he was growing up, probably a little lonely sometimes, at least I was. You know, it's something about monsters that they're our friends, in a way. At least they became that to me.
You know what it is? It's somebody that grew up as a kid loving monsters. Pure and simple.
And then in 1958, this magazine called Famous Monsters came out, and all of a sudden, it appeared through their letters column that there were other kids out there like you.
Monster kids are people that grew up wanting the monster to win.
It's such a time for many of us when there wasn't a problem, there wasn't taxes, there wasn't politics, there wasn't fear, there wasn't a housing crisis. If there was, and there was in the 70s, we didn't know it. All we knew was Bride of Frankenstein is going to be on Saturday at 11 o'clock, and that is all I need to know.
I think a monster kid is, well, it's what we all were. Anybody in this business was a monster kid, you know. We were the kids who grew up fascinated by anything that had to do with creatures or makeup or weird alternative visions presented in movies.
I'd say the generation of people who grew up with Famous Monsters and then Fangoria and sort of were in that position where they, the idea of monsters and monster movies and going to see monster movies as an event shaped the way they looked at fiction.
I would say a monster kid is anyone who at a very young age connected with this fantastic genre.
A monster kid, me. I'm the definition of a monster kid.
That feeling that there's more of us out there, because, you know, monster fans are people who feel as singular and alone as the monsters themselves.
I don't think the monster kid's ever going to grow up.